This right here is the best piece of business advice I think I've ever gotten, and it actually 10x'd my success and my income, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's not a sexy answer, but, and this is the stuff that the gurus don't want to tell you. This is the stuff that makes people kind of upset when they find out what they got to do. But the answer is actually giving a shit about your client's success. This may sound so obvious, right? But do you know how many gurus are out there, make money online guys are out there, and they're showing you, oh, you can make 10K a month just doing digital marketing agency stuff or SEO or whatever. And I used to think that way too. I used to be that guy who's like, oh my God, right? Then when I started actually getting clients, you know, a lot of guys like us in the digital marketing agency space think, so how do I want to frame this? We think of them as their money instead of them as people. We think of them as products or instead of people. I hope that makes sense. Instead of, and the thing is, if you look at them like they're a person, because they want to be successful too, right? That's why they're in business. If you look at that side of them, and instead of seeing them as your next marker to $10,000, that's when you're really gonna that's when you're really gonna see a change. And this is why the gurus don't tell you this, because half of them don't even actually do this. I'd say more than half, probably 75 to 80% don't actually do this. They're just making money selling courses because they're good at YouTube. But when you actually care about them, you have to become a person. You have to become the person that actually like deserves 10K a month, right? Most of you, and I hope this doesn't, I actually hope it does piss you off a little bit, because if you do get angry about it, it means like you're having a reaction, which means you're probably not that kind of person yet, right? But if you care about your customers and you care about your clients, you are one step closer to becoming a person that actually deserves 10K a month or 15 or 20 or 25 or 50, right? Because if you work within a specific niche, let's say it's plumbing, I'm going to always use plumbing, by the way, guys, or HVAC or refrigeration. If you actually work within a specific niche, you'll start to understand their problems better. You'll start to understand their needs. And I heard this another quote from a mentor, and one of them was, the more you give to other people, the more you're going to get from them. It's the natural way. And this is why video content is so important too, because you're giving a lot of your time, and we have this natural want to actually give back, reciprocate, right? So a couple of ways that you can do this is, for one, understand their needs as a business person, because that's what they are first. That's who they are. A lot of these guys and girls are going to be so their identity is actually wrapped up in who they are and what they do. So for example, if you're talking to a lawyer, I actually have a lawyer client. She is very, very tenacious, and she's very driven. And so I give her compliments about that. I said, man, I love your work ethic. And what's your birthday? What's your favorite kind of alcohol? What's your favorite, like, what's your vice, right? Some people don't like drinking, so some people like cigars, especially like dudes, right? Like cigars. What kind of cigars do you like? I'll get you one. And when's your birthday? I'll send it to you on your birthday. That kind of stuff, as small as it sounds, goes a long way, especially when you get a little bit older. Because when you're working with guys in their 30s and 40s, typically speaking, they don't actually have that many friends. Okay? So they're very, very wrapped up in their business. Their identity is wrapped up in business, and who they are is wrapped up in business. So when you are friendly towards them, you're going to stand out. And this is very hard for people who are thinking about them first. So you guys have to let go of the idea of, I need to make 15K a month online because I want to be rich. If you actually flip that entirely and go, I'm going to care about this particular niche's problems, I'm going to get what I want. So what you guys need to do is find a client that you want to solve problems for. If you don't like solving problems for plumbers, then you're probably not going to stick to it. But even then, if you're a very driven person, you can make that your purpose for a little while, right? It won't fulfill you, but the financial freedom that you do get will give you the time back to actually talk to Actually go after the things you really want to go after in life, right? So if you really want to be a musician, you can have your business set up in a way where you don't have to do a whole lot of work in it every day, and then you can pursue these things. That's how I look at life, and that's what I was able to do. I still do a lot of coaching within a completely different niche on the side, and because it's one of my it's one of my passions, right? So I hope that makes sense to you guys, because if you guys are looking for clients and you're looking for ways to get clients, work for free. And a lot of you guys don't want to do that. You guys hear that and you're like, la 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 la. I deserve $1,500 a month. No, you don't. You really don't. And becoming that person is not that hard. You just have to stop giving a shit so much about yourself and start caring about another problem. Now, I know it's hard to do when you have to pay bills, okay? So you should definitely have a job when you're doing this. So I hope that makes sense, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Subscribe, like, and all that, and check out the description for any kind of things I'm offering.